Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Gentleman's Commander Club. Joining us today, we got Kolby playing Nemata Primeval Warden. I am here again with Dihada Binder of Wills, and we also have Parker joining us with Ratadrabik of Urborg. We're all playing commanders from the new Dominaria set, or the commander set as well. And we have Kolby starting us off.
All right.
Make sure to talk loud.
Going to draw a card first. Play a forest, tap, play the Meekstone.
Turn one Meekstone. All right.
And I'm going to pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Well, I will play an Urborg. It's a legendary land. Tap for black, or tap, remove first strike or swamp walk from a creature until end of turn. And, joke's on you, I have a Meek. We're going to start with Rogue Rock, son of Roga, and I will pass the turn.
Your turn.
I draw a card. I play a Plains. Actually, no. I don't play a... I play a Plains. I already put it down. And that's all I can do. I end.
Untap. Draw a card. Play a swamp. Tap them both for fungal plots.
Growing
And
out.
pass.
Alright, untap, upkeep, and draw. Hey, it's not the land I wanted. Plains. Mox Amber. I just drew into that. Doesn't do me any good because it taps for only red because I only control Roga, so I will pass the turn.
I draw a card. I play Exotic Orchard. And I tap 2 to do Shale, Dean of Radiance. Can I do their tap ability on their first turn out?
Nope.
I cannot? Okay, good to know. And with that, I end.
Untap. Draw a card. The command tower. Tap all 3 for a Thalid Germinator. And I will pass.
They don't cover the...
Alright. Gonna untap, upkeep, and draw. Gonna play a Gemstone Caverns. Both things I said wouldn't be in my opening hand. Thankfully, neither were. Black with Urborg, white with Plains, red with Mox Amber because I control Rogue Rock, son of Roga. And colorless, we will play Dihada, Binder of Wills. She enters at 5 loyalty. Where's my Dominaria dice? I have one I use specifically for her.
Try not to rattle dice too much. You probably should have poured out dice before.
Yeah, probably should have, because Kolby's gonna need it for his sapperlings.
You want to go ahead and pour it out now, and we'll just cut it out later.
Where's that Dominaria dice? Oh, here it is. Alright, we're going to do her -3 to reveal the top 4 cards of my library. Put any number of legendary cards from among them into my hand, the rest in my graveyard, and I make a treasure for each card put in my grave. So we reveal Soul Ring, Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, Bojuka Bog, and Azor's Gateway. I think I will take Azor's Gateway and Primeval's Glorious Rebirth, putting Bojuka Bog and Soul Ring in the bin. I make 2 treasures with that, and we will use them to just play out the Azor's Gateway and pass.
Draw a card, untap. I play a swamp. Let's see, does anyone have a white out?
I have black and white, so all your colors are
Okay.
good.
I tap the Exotic Orchard for white, tap a Plains and the swamp. I play Aaron, Bernalia's Ruin, and then I'm going to use Shale's ability, tap, put a 1/1 counter on creatures that enter the battlefield this turn.
You want the pink one?
Doesn't matter. And with that, I will end.
Untap. Draw a card.
Missed upkeep. Put a germ counter on him, dude. Oh, you have your own dice. Okay.
Going to play the Haunted Mire. And I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. Alright, so Mox Amber can now tap for all of my colors because I have my commander out. We will... How do we want to do this? Red, white, and 1. Cast Captain Lannery's Storm. Haste 2/2. Whenever she attacks, create a treasure token, and whenever I sacrifice a treasure, she gets +1/+0 until end of turn. We will do Dihada's +2 to give her Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible. We're going to go ahead and move to combat. I will swing a 3/3 at you, Kolby.
Oh.
Making a treasure token on attack. Alright. Then we'll pay 1, tap Azor's Gateway to draw a card, then exile a card from my hand. We will exile Odric, Master Tactician, and I will play my land return, Plaza of Heroes, and pass.
That was like 3 turns at once. I gotta ask, before we continue, why did you just have like a stack of stuff in your commander zone? What is that?
These are the tokens that came with the pre-constructed deck.
Oh, okay, so those are the tokens your commander uses?
Yes.
Or just the whole deck uses?
Like the treasure token, there's a Ragavan token that, I forgot her name, but she makes one. Warrior token for Octera's Monument. Zombie tokens for the Josu Vest that I pulled out of here.
Is that a 1/1 zombie?
2/2 with Menace.
Ah, I see.
1/1 Goblins for Krenko. 2/2 Knights for Circle of Loyalty. And that's how to play.
And
More
all
Knights.
All
yeah.
of these came with the deck?
All of these came with the deck. And then there's the backup.
Have you edited the deck at all, or is it?
I have put in more legendary lands, replaced some of the basic lands and slow tap lands for more legendary lands, but the only other major, or I also removed some of the worse off legends that came with it, with more ones like Rogrok, Yoshimaru, and Rosnox, the new Kobold, and I also put in a Mox Amber.
Okay. That's all I want to know. Is it my turn?
Yep.
Alright, I untap, and I draw a card. Ooh. Okay. I don't play any lands, but I tap this for white. And I tap these two, and play Kaya Geist Hunter. Actually, let me... I'll put you over there. She starts with 3. Can I use her abilities right off the bat?
Yep.
I can. Her +1. One target creature token. Oh, her +1 affects tokens, but it gives them all Death Touch.
Yep.
I'm gonna do her +1, put her up to 4, and I'm gonna swing at you with a 4/4 with Death Touch.
I will block with my 3/3 with Vigilance, Lifelink, and Indestructible.
So is it Death Touch and
Also
Menace?
Yes, he does have Menace. So
I didn't know she had lifelink. But it does have Menace. What does Menace do?
Can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures.
Farewell, Rogok, son of Roga.
Okay. Does he die then?
No, he's a
'cause
0/1.
0/1, right.
But I do gain 3 from Captain 2 from Captain Lannery's Storm.
There's only 2?
Would it be
Because
43?
it's 2/2.
Yeah, you'd be at... You started at 4. You already added, and then you took him off and added again.
Well, it was last combat when I swung with her. I would have gained 2,
Ah.
not 3. I forgot she's a 2/2, not a 3/2. Because I didn't sack the treasure.
And then with that, I end.
Untap. Draw a card. Place down a swamp. 2, 3, and 4. Gonna play my Nemata, Primeval Warden.
Want to read what she does?
3/4 reach. If a creature an opponent controls would die, exile it instead. When you do, create a 1/1 green sapling creature token. Green, sacrifice sapling. Nemata, Primeval Warden gets +2/+2 till end of turn. 1 black, sacrifice 2 saplings, draw a card. And with all that, I will pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. We're going to once again do the +2 on Dihada to give Lannery Storm, Vigilance, Indestructible, and Lifelink. How do we want to do this? We'll pay black, black, and 1 For Braids, Arisen Nightmare. Begin my end step, I may sacrifice an artifact, creature, enchantment, land, or planeswalker. If I do, each opponent may sacrifice a permanent that shares a card type with it. For each opponent who doesn't, that player loses 2 life and I draw a card. We will then move to combat. Kolby.
Oh, you're not doing the ability.
That's at the end step that happens.
Oh.
I already did the +2 with Dihada. Captain Lannery Storm will go at Kolby again. 2/2.
With Vigilance.
Vigilance, Indestructible, and Lifelink.
Gonna block with a 3/4.
I gain 2. We will then also have a treasure token from attack, so I now have 2 of those if you want to.
Throwing you dice at me. I see how it is.
We're going to pay 1, tap Azor's Gateway to draw a card and exile a card from my hand. We'll exile Varak, Warped Sengir. We will move to end step. I will sacrifice one of my treasures to Braids' trigger. You may each sacrifice an artifact. If you don't, I gain 2 life and draw a card.
Nope.
No from you? Do you want to sacrifice an artifact? But you
I don't
can't.
have any.
So you each lose 2 and I will draw 2.
Wait. I thought it was you gain 2 and then draw 2.
No, you lose 2 and I draw 2.
Oh, that's the wrong way. It's not going away. There we go. Nope. I'm fighting this thing.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
5, 6, 7. I am at 7 cards in hand, and I will pass the turn.
All right. I untap step.
Your creature does not.
Why
Untap.
not?
Meek
Meek
Stone.
Stone.
Any creature with power greater than 2 may not be untapped as normal during the untap step.
Well, when does it untap?
Never.
Never.
Never?
As
I
long
wish
as
I
that's
knew
on
that. You didn't say what the meat stone did. All you said is you put it out. I draw a card. I put down Vault of Champions. Enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents.
All right, if you concede right now, it enters tapped.
Is it a creature? Is it an artifact? Or is it-
Artifact.
Do you have anything that can get rid of artifacts?
It showed you have white.
The other Kaya just exiles target non-land permanent. And she is in there.
Well, let's see. And I could do that.
Ratadrabik of Urborg.
I'm going to tap all 4 of these. Put out Field of Souls. Whenever a non-token creature is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, put into my graveyard from the battlefield, put a 1/1 white spirit token with flying onto the battlefield. And then I'm going to do her +1. And what do you have over there? Do you have anything
3/4
with flying or
and
reach?
2/2. A creature with reach.
Darn.
But your thing gets Death Touch, so if he blocks it, his thing with reach
Yeah,
stays.
but it's a 1/1.
It'll die anyways. 'cause
What
it's Death Touch.
has reach?
3/4.
Nemata, Primeval Warden.
What's she do?
3/4 reach. If a creature an opponent controls would
Is that
die.
the sapperling one?
Yes.
Yes.
His whole deck is
I'm gonna swing at you with 1 in the air with Death Touch.
Alright, I'm going to take it.
And I will end.
Untap. Draw a card. Place down a forest.
Is that one of the new ones?
I am going to, let's see, remove the 3 spore counters from Thalia's Exterminator to make a 1/1 sapperling. 2/4, I'm choosing creature, Parker.
Mm-hmm.
You reveal your hand, and
To everyone or just to you?
choose a card type. Target opponent reveals his or her hand. Put 2 1/1 green sapling creature tokens into play for each card of the chosen type revealed.
Alright, choose a type.
creature.
You gotta reveal your whole hand.
To hit
Yes.
everyone or just you?
If it, so he makes
One.
3.
Yep, 3. That's 2 for 6.
And I thought my Dihada deck was scary.
Well, I'm not getting any lands. I can't use any of my spells. All my spells are super expensive. My creature, everything I have is super expensive.
And then let's see.
And that meat stone.
Mm-hmm.
Going to tap 2, sacrifice 2 of the saplings to draw a card. And I will pass.
You can bypass the paying mana with fungal plots. Untap. Upkeep and draw. I will place Gyre Reach Sanitarium. Taps for colorless or pay 2. And tap. Each player draws a card, then discards a card. We'll then pay 2 for a Felwar Stone. Tap, add 1 mana of any color a land an opponent controls would produce. We will then do the -3 on Dihada. Reveal the top 4, put any number of legendaries from among them into my hand, the rest in the graveyard. For everyone put in the grave, I make a treasure. I will take Lae'zel, Vlaakith's champion, to hand, putting a Circle of Loyalty, Tyrite Sanctum, and Kur Keep to the grave.
Does that create any tokens?
3 treasures. So I'm now at 4 treasures. 5. We will pay 3 for Lae'zel, Vlaakith's champion. And then 1, 2, and 3, 4, 5, leaving 1 treasure. For Hero's Podium. Each legendary creature I control gets +1/+1 for each other legendary creature I control. I'm going to sack that last treasure, tap Azor's Gateway to draw a card, and then exile a card from my hand. We will exile Bladewing, Deathless Tyrant. We will now move to combat. I will swing. Actually, do I want to swing? Yeah, we'll swing Captain Lannery's Storm at you for 2. On attack
in the air or
just on the ground.
I'll just take it.
And doesn't she get a bonus because of the Hero's Podium?
You're right.
So
Plus,
it's
I've
3?
sacked 4 treasures this turn.
So what is it?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
You swing at me with 7, 8.
With an 8, 2.
Then 8, 2. Can I use their abilities when it's not my turn?
Nope.
Only to Fairy Master of Time.
I'm gonna have to block with Shale, Dean of Radiance.
Yep. We'll move to end step. I will sacrifice a treasure. You may each sacrifice an artifact. If you don't, you lose 2 and I draw 1.
Nope.
I don't have any artifacts.
I will draw 2 from that and count my hand. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and that'll be turn.
I don't untap my creature. I draw a card, play a swamp. I tap 1, 2, 3, 1. Shadowheart, Dark Justicar. And I end, because I can't do anything.
Untap everything. Draw a card. Place down a swamp. See, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Going to play Moldervine Reclamation. Whenever a creature I control dies, I gain a life and draw a card. I'm going to sacrifice 2 saplings to the fungal plots to gain 2 life. Draw a card. Moldervine triggers. I gain a life and draw a card.
Twice. Because you would sack 2 saplings to do it.
Yeah. And I'm going to tap 2 for Rampant Growth. Search my library for a basic land card, put on the battlefield's tap, then shuffle my library.
Will that be turn after that?
Yep.
Alright, untap.
Probably should wait for the sound to stop. Are your cards upside down?
No, it's double sided.
Okay. Continue.
Upkeep and draw. We will place for land turn plains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. We will play Yamiji, who bars the way. Whenever a legendary permanent other than Yamiji, who bars the way, is put into the graveyard from play, return that card to its owner's hand. We will plus 3 on Dihada because of Lae'zel, Blackith's champion, adding 1 more counter on to give Yamiji Vigilance, Indestructible, and Lifelink. And I will pay another 1 to activate Azor's Gateway to draw a card and exile a card from my hand.
See.
We will exile
Your 1/1 creature that dies? Exiled.
Why?
because of
Commander.
Nemata.
Oh, I see.
We're going to exile Kathofed, Soul Hoarder.
Don't know where to put him. That's out. It's over here.
And I will pass the turn. Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna untap everything except my creature. Draw a card.
Meekstone
I'm gonna
needs to
tap-
work with the goat deck.
Hmm?
Meekstone with the goat deck.
Oh, Meekstone with a goat deck would be excellent.
I tap 2 for Blood Artist.
Oh, hey, a creature that can untap.
Yeah, but it also has 0 power. I'm going to tap 2 again, tap this for black, and this for colorless, and tap you, sacrifice another creature, where X, draw X cards, where X is that creature's power. Since this is a +1, I'm going to draw 4 cards, sacrifice him.
He does get exiled.
Does he
though.
do
Yes.
Will he do?
Nemata.
But I have no choice. I have no way to get rid of the Meekstone.
Kaya the Inexorable is a planeswalker in there. Her ultimate will let you play him from
I
exile.
have Kaya out.
There's another Kaya.
No, I can't have 2 out.
You can. If they're a different name on top, then you can. But the other Kaya will let you play him from exile.
Okay, but I have no way to get rid of
I'm trying to find a way to get rid of it too.
3 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And I end.
Alright. Untap. Draw a card. Place down a forest. Four and 5. Going to play a Keeper of Fables. Whenever 1 or more non-human creatures you control deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. And then 1, 2, and 3 to play a Cloakwood Hermit. Commanders, creatures you own have at the beginning of your end step. If a creature card was put into your graveyard from anywhere this turn, create a 2-tap 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens. Now let's see.
I'm regretting my design choices for that deck.
Going to sacrifice 2 Sacrolings to the fungal plot to gain 2 life, draw a card, gain a life, draw a card, gain a life, draw a card.
Please not kick the table,
Sorry.
please.
And end of my turn, since a creature was technically put into the graveyard because
Yep.
creature if it's a token, it goes to the graveyard first. I get 2 tapped 1/1 green squirrels. And I pass.
Untap everything but Lannery. Upkeep and draw. We will play about 3, 4, 6. I need something with 5. I'm fine with that. Command Tower is my land for turn. We will tap Gemstone Caverns to activate Azor's Gateway to draw a card and exile a card from my hand. It will be Garna, the Blood Flame. If 5 cards with different converted mana costs are exiled with Azor's Gateway, I gain 5 life. Untap Azor's Gateway and transform it. So 5, 3, 4, 6, and 7. I gain 5 life. Transform Azor's Gateway into Sanctum of the Sun. Tap, add X mana of any one color to your mana pool where X is your life total.
That seems a bit OP.
I know. I switched a basic land out for this. We will tap Sanctum of the Sun for 51 white mana.
Why?
Well, anything left over I can tap, put into that, and look at that many cards and put a legendary from among them into my hand. 20, 40.
Is it only one color?
Yes, it's only one color.
That's, I guess, a decent
51.
caveat.
Considering this is a tricolor deck, yes. 3 of that mana will go into Octera's Monument. White creature spells cost 1 less. Whenever I cast a creature spell, make a 1/1 white warrior with vigilance. 3 more to 3. For Zerium, Golden Wind. Whenever a griffin I control deals combat damage to a player, make a 2/2 white griffin. And I make a 1/1 white warrior from Octera's Monument. Alright. Another 3. 1, 2, 3. Tashar, Ancestor's Apostle. Flying, whenever I cast a historic spell, return target creature with mana value 3 or less from my graveyard to the battlefield. And then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 black. We will leave that floating. We'll do the -3 on Dihada. Do the top 4. Put any number of legendaries among them into my hand. I will take none of them and make 4 treasures. And now with that 6 white and 1 black, we will play Primeval's Glorious Rebirth. Return all legendary permanents from my graveyard to the battlefield. So that will return into play Elias Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, Avacyn's Memorial, Shivan Gorge, Adriana, Captain of the Guard, Kerr Keep, the Circle of Loyalty, and Rogrok, Son of Roga. And I will gain 2 life off that. We will also have another warrior from Tashar. We will move to end step. I will sacrifice one of my treasures. You may each sacrifice an artifact or lose 2 and I draw a card. I'm trying to get him to sack the Meek Stone.
He's not going to. Because anything you have that attacks will pretty much stay tapped.
Until I get Audric out.
You pass?
Yes.
It's not your turn.
Because Audric will share all of their abilities, so if one of them have vigilance, they'll all have vigilance. And so I just kill him in 1 hit before the batteries die.
I put down the swamp. I untap. Is it, what's the
2.
2.
2 is the limit.
2?
Well, greater than 2.
Is it only if
3
they
will
attack?
count. Nope, if they're tapped.
Do I have anything in here that'll get rid of any?
Yes, you do.
Do I?
Yes.
What do I have in here?
There's artifact removal in there. I make sure to put that in.
Okay.
Another thing that will do it is
I'm a tab.
Martyr's Cause.
5 illicit shipment.
You can copy it by sacrificing.
And I'm gonna sacrifice this dude, which puts him in the exile.
And I get a sapling.
Illicit shipment. Search your library for a card, put it into your hand, then shuffle. Casualty 3. Cast the spell. Sacrifice creature with power 3 or greater. Does
And
it?
copy it.
No.
And
Your
copy
spell
it.
does not go into
Spells
exile.
don't go into exile. So I can get any 2 things from here. Alright, do I reveal what I grabbed? I put it in my hand.
Yep.
And I have more than 7. I'm going to discard life insurance.
Really?
Yes, Kolby, really, because I don't have a choice. And then I will...
It's just that there's a card named life insurance.
Oh, yeah. It's absorb. Whenever you cast a spell, you pay white or black. If you do, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain that much life.
And then whenever a creature you control dies, you make a treasure token and lose a life.
And I end a turn. End my turn.
Alright. Untap everything.
Actually, can you cast enchantments on other people?
Only if they say, such as curses. Draw a card.
If you grab Dictate, you want that on yourself.
Play a swamp. Going to tap 1, play a soul ring. Remove those 3 set spore counters to make another sapling.
I am genuinely surprised how well the Sapperling deck is going.
Alright, so play the soul ring. Remove the 3 spore counters to make a sapling. I'm going to sacrifice 2 saplings to fund the plot. Gain 2 life. Draw a card. Gain a life. Draw a card. Gain a life. Draw a card.
I'm gonna be honest, the best artifact removal is player removal.
I can't attach him.
Well,
Tap.
all my legendary creatures get +8/+8.
Valid.
You could kill me.
I could kill him first, though.
Tap and tap.
+9/+9.
Play Necrogenesis. 2 and 1. Play Jaira, Friend of the Forest.
Good thing all those things have summoning sickness.
Let's see. You guys don't have creatures in your graveyards.
Nope.
No, you have prevented this.
It's only creatures, right?
Yep.
Good.
End of my turn. Because a creature died, I get 2 tapped 1/1 green squirrel creature tokens and pass.
Alright, before you pass, we're going to pay 2, red and 1, and tap Kirkkeep. I will make a 0/1 Kobold of Kirkkeep. I'm going to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and activate Hero's Podium to look at the top 6 cards of my library. I may put a creature from among a legendary creature from among them into my hand. I will reveal Rosnocht, Heir of Rogah, and put the rest on the bottom.
I thought it was put him in the graveyard.
No. Put the rest on the bottom in a random order. Move to my turn. I will untap with Rosnocht in my hand. Upkeep and draw. We will play a swamp as land for turn. There goes my Shivan Gorge. I'm getting old and broken. Alright. 1 red for a Rosnocht, Heir of Rogah, making a 1/1 with Vigilance, and a 2/2 white knight with Vigilance. Alright, we will tap for 53 black mana. 20, 40, 53. Alright, we'll do Dihada's -3, putting her into command zone to reveal the top 4. Put one among them into, I'll put any number of legends from among them into my hand. I will put Kaya the Inexorable and the Peregrine Dynamo into hand, I believe. Yes. Rest in grave. With 1, 2, 3, 4 black, a red with my Mox Amber, and a white with the Plains. We'll play Dihada, Binder of Wills, with another 4 black, and another white with this other planes.
Dropping stuff.
I am losing cards.
You've got the most chaotic board state I've ever seen.
Well, it's because I'm about to win.
Kaya the Inexorable. So she enters at 6, and Dihada enters at 6 because of what's her bucket? Lae'zel. And I cast 2 more legendary spells, so I make 2 more knights. So I'm at 3 knights. Another 3 going down to 2 for Drana, Liberator of Malakir. Another 3 for the Peregrine Dynamo. We will do a +2 on her to put a ghost form counter on.
Why not the -3 and get rid of his?
Best removal is player removal.
I'm just saying he's got a lot of things.
Well, because I want to do her ultimate.
All right.
To put a ghost form counter onto Lae'zel, Blackith's champion. We will use the last 39 mana to tap Hero's Podium. Look at the top 39 cards in my library. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. And I may put a legendary creature from among them into my hand and the rest into the grave.
Only one?
Yes.
Rest them out of your life.
Rest in the bottom of the library. We'll put Audric, Lunarch Marshal into my hand and put the rest of them shuffled onto the bottom of my deck. We will pay white and 1. Audric, Lunarch Marshal, making another 1/1, another 2/2. We will then do +2 on Dihada, giving him Vigilance, Indestructible, and Lifelink. So we will now move to combat. Audric will trigger. At the beginning of each combat, creatures I control gain first strike until end of turn if a creature I control has first strike. The same is true for Flying, Death Touch, Double Strike, Haste, Hexproof, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Skulk, Trample, and Vigilance. So I have Vigilance, Indestructible, Lifelink, Haste, First Strike, Menace, Trample, Flying, Battlecry doesn't work, Death Touch, and more Vigilance. So all of my creatures will get Vigilance, Indestructible, Lifelink, Haste, Trample, First Strike, Menace, Flying, and Death Touch until end of turn. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 legends, so they all get +12, +12.
Legendary creatures.
And then Circle of Loyalty gives them another +1/+1, so they all are getting +13, +13. 43, right? Any with Flying?
Only one creature with reach.
Hold on, pause.
Yep.
Kill us both.
I am killing them both right now. Kolby, in the air at you, you will see Zerium, Tishar, Braids, Lae'zel, Adriana, just cuz.
Do they all have Trample and First Strike?
They all have Trample, First Strike, Death Touch, Vigilance, Menace,
And Flying.
Flying, and Lifelink. The rest are
And I
going.
only
Those
have
ones are going at you.
One reach.
Well, this guy's at... Is this guy at 12, 13?
He's a 12, 13, and
He's
gives them all +1/+1, well, +1/+0 from Battlecry, and then Adriana gives them all another +2/+2. So I get another 3, so it's +16, +15 until end of turn. Oh, +16, +15.
I block... I can't. They all flying.
Flying
And
and
Menace.
Menace. Is that game?
I'm going to leave the poor soul that has to edit this to calculate where in the negatives we are. Here, what exactly is attacking me?
Yes. So this
Audric.
is 1, 2...
Well, no, say their names. So we have
Audric, Lunarch Marshal, the Peregrine Dynamo, Rogrock, Son of Roga, Drana, Liberator of Malakir, Elias Ilkor, Sadistic Pilgrim, and Rosnocht, Heir of Roga.
And what's attacking him?
Zerium, Golden Wind, Jojo, Tashar, Ancestors Apostle, Braids, Arisen Nightmare, Lae'zel, Black Kit's Champion, and Adriana, Captain of the Guard. I could easily do a lot more, but we're choosing not to.
You blocked anything?
I can't. I only have one creature with reach, and
Well-
they have menace. They can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures.
Ah. So I'm at 34. You're at 43.
So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. That's getting plus 16. This one's getting plus 15. He doesn't buff himself.
So regardless, I'm dead. Don't know where in the negatives. Okay. So that's game.
Yep.
That's fantastic. That was
Personally,
I did nothing this entire game. There's nothing I could do. I think I drew 4 cards. That was
After
the
you
extent of.
attacked me once.
And what I drew, want to know what I drew? I drew Kaya the Inexorable, Sorin, Lord of Innistrad, and Etheros, God of Passage.
Athreals.
I was trying to think that
My
maybe
hand.
there's something I could do with that.
I had 3 forests in hand, a Grave Purge, Vertiloth the Ancient, which would have gotten me a whole bunch more Saprolings. Next 3, a Swamp, a Spore Swarm, and another Swamp.
so I had no cards in hand. However, a quick point of synergy. Azor's Gateway, which was exiling cards from my hand this entire game, with Kaya the Inexorable allowing me to play Legends from Exile. So in my exile, I had Garna, the Blood Flame, Varak, Warp Sengir, Audric, Master Tactician, Kothofed, Soul Hoarder, and Bladewing, Deathless Tyrant, so I could bring them back at a later date.
Okay. I gotta ask.
Yes.
Kolby, we're recording, please. Okay, I gotta ask. So you made these decks for us to play. Did you deliberately make your deck stronger?
No. In fact, I was terrified of the Saproling deck this entire game. Your deck...
What exactly changes? Because yours is a Precon. What exactly changes did you make to your deck?
We added mostly lands.
Yeah, you said that, but you also said you changed some weaker non-meshing stuff out.
So some of the ones we put in were... The deck list will be in the description. I'm going to start getting deck lists put on Moxfield. Lae'zel from the Battle for Baldur's Gate set. She's like 50 cents. She will help Dihada get bigger faster. Mox Amber was just to compete with the other Joda decks in the store. Braids, Arisen Nightmare, which is also from this set. She's pretty much just card draw. Rosnocht, also from the commander part of this set. Kirkkeep, another land. Kaya the Inexorable. I think I removed a mana rock for her because Dihada ramps me so fast. She is just so I can play legendary. So if I have a good legendary I like, no one can get rid of it permanently because she can play them from exile. Unless you out of time me. Corehaven, another land. Azor's Gateway, I removed a land for that. It's like $2. Let us see. Urborg, that one is actually worth a decent amount just because it's from Legends. It hasn't been reprinted and it sucks. Elias Ilkor, also from this set. Yamiji, who bars the way, he was worth about 50 cents, I believe. He just puts legendaries from anywhere in the... So if a legendary is put in the graveyard, he puts into your hand instead. Fall of Thran was just because of Avacyn's Memorial, another very cheap artifact, like price-wise, that will help a legendary tribal deck. Rogue Rock, Son of Roga, a very small creature. The thing that won the game, Heroes Podium, it gives all your legendary creatures +1/+1 for each other legendary, came with the deck.
So that's in the Precon.
This is in the Precon.
And the Precon is filled with legendaries, right?
Yes.
That is super powerful.
The thing that won the game was from the Precon.
This also goes here. One thing I also gotta ask: the deck he was using, it's pretty much a hard counter to mine. Was mine supposed to be a hard counter to yours?
Actually, no. I was expecting mine to be fighting a Joda deck this entire time.
Right.
Because Michael from our last video was going to join us this game, but didn't end up happening because he had to run Friday Night Magic.
Run Friday Night Magic here at the store.
So I was expecting to be struggling against a very powerful Joda deck that has both Force of Will and Force of Negation in it.
So in other words, my deck was made as a background character?
No,
am I the Sword Art Online Klein of this?
we didn't end up building the Maria deck we were talking about for you.
Right.
And so we just switched out Ratadrabik on a Teysa Karlov deck.
Alright. I hope everyone at home knows what that means.
So Teysa is double death triggers, Ratadrabik is legendary tribal. That deck is actually a pseudo-legendary tribal.
I think he deliberately made my deck weak.
No, your deck is actually pretty powerful.
Kolby has played many games against it and has, I mean, with the commander switch is not as strong.
Yeah, because I felt like the commander didn't mesh with the rest of it, like, at all.
When Teysa's in the command zone, it is a nightmare to fight.
Well, now that I think I only had 1 or 2 non-legendary creatures, and I guess making token copies of them would be nice. But I felt like the combined legendary creatures' abilities in the deck really didn't mesh with each other.
So what was supposed to happen instead of Nemata seeing play? It would have literally been anything else. No, it was... Who else were we going to have join?
Just Michael.
Just Michael. So I was showing Kolby here some of the cards from Dominaria United, and he saw and fell in love with Nemata Primeval Warden. And that is how it ended up happening, because I had a Thelen of Havenwood Saproling tribal I was working on. And so I already had the basis of a Saproling deck built.
And I couldn't get a single token out because nothing was going to my graveyard. Oh, I think I accidentally mixed the commander.
It's alright, that wasn't the real commander.
Okay.
Alright, we're going to thank you all for coming and watching. This is a shorter video. It'll probably be edited to be even shorter. We're here recording at Scattered Dice. Come check us out. Quick shout out, if
say where we are.
Scattered Dice in Price, Utah. So if any of you have the Jared Carthalion pre-constructed deck from Dominaria United, reach out in the comments because I would like to get a base Dihada deck and a base Jared deck put up against each other for a video, upcoming video. That would help us out greatly. So thank you all for coming. We're still here at Scattered Dice in Bryce, Utah. At the recording studio, we're still getting it worked out so people can rent it out. If you want to learn more about it, ask Michael. He can probably reach out and we can get a date set up for one of you guys to record stuff with us.
Or record on your own. We're hoping to leave the recording stuff here so people, if they want to, can come in and record things.
Yep. And thank you all for coming along, and we will
hit the like, subscribe. You know how it works. It's YouTube. We've been here. Everyone's been here a while.
If you are going to the summit in November up in Salt Lake City, we will be there. So you can meet and greet and all that stuff. Thank you all for coming. And
as a further note, Kolby's channel and my channel will be linked in the description. What do you do on your?
My channel is Dire Circumstance, and every Halloween season, starting with the second to last week of September to the second week of November, every Saturday, we do a D&D stream, a Halloween-themed D&D stream in Innistrad, using some of the rules from various source books and documents.
And every blue moon, I upload a game video, so... Yeah, and thanks for having us.
Yep.
Thanks for building the decks and kicking our butts with them.
Look, I was expecting to be choking, like being held down underwater by a Joda deck. Joda is terrifying.
We're going to put Joda up on screen here, so...
You know, that Heroes Podium that was kicking all y'all's butts?
Yeah.
Joda does that on his own.
Really?
And then whenever you cast a legendary spell, he cascades into another legendary.
Huh.
He is terrifying. And thank you all for coming. We're going to go ahead and end it here.